Hi, John Peak here, the paint professor. It's Memorial Day weekend, and what do you do on a Memorial Day weekend when you're my age and your kids are grown, you don't have any grandkids yet, but you have a friend ask you to do a charitable paint job? Well, what is it I'm painting today? Well, it's a horse, of course. This is the famous Mr. Ed. You know, people go yakety-yak in the streets to pass the time of day, but, you know, Mr. Ed will never speak unless he has something to say. Those of you who remember the famous Mr. Ed television show from the 60s will know what I'm talking about. It was about a talking horse. Well, today I'm going to paint this horse with green copper, well, actually copper paint that I'm going to use acid on to turn into vrdigris. So old famous Mr. Ed here will look like a old bronze statue. So what I'm doing right now is putting some bonding primer on it, and then we'll do the copper paint. I'll keep you posted as we go along. I hope you're having a good holiday. So it's a touch later in the day. I've primed old Mr. Ed with XIM UMA primer, and I've just applied a first coat of this Modern Masters Metal Effects oxidizing metal paint. This is the copper. And then I'm going to hit it after I put a second coat on it with this green Patina solution. Using an HVLP Graco 9.0 with the biggest tip. I still had to thin the material a touch to get it to flow properly. But as you can see, Mr. Ed is looking pretty good. He's a stylish dude. See how that copper is drying to a nice even sheen? It's best to apply with an HVLP. I find I get better control, and although it looks a little uneven as it's drying, as you can see here, by the time, and there's it almost dry, and then here is fully dry, very even. So Mr. Ed is looking pretty stylish, and either later today or tomorrow we'll get the green patina. So here's the famous Mr. Ed, or you know what? I think because he shook out white and turned blue, that we're going to call him either Ajax or Comet. Get it? So we're all done for the weekend. That was 3 days of intermittent work to get Mr. Ed looking as stylish as he does. I bid you adieu. Say goodbye, Mr. Ed, or Ajax or Comet, whatever your name is. So when they picked up the famous Mr. Ed, they took him up to the fundraiser at Torrey Pines Golf Course and gave him a fancy pants name, Cuprius. I think he liked the name Ajax better.